Here's a comprehensive guide on things to avoid when visiting Stockholm, Sweden. While Stockholm is generally very safe and welcoming, understanding the local customs and avoiding common tourist mistakes will help you make the most of your visit and leave a positive impression on the locals. 1. Don't ignore queue etiquette. In Sweden, respecting queues is essential. Swedes have a strong culture of waiting in line patiently and taking turns. Always join the back of a line and avoid pushing forward. Many places, like pharmacies, banks, and even some cafes, use a ticketed queuing system. Take a number and wait for your turn to be called. Ignoring this social rule can be seen as rude and inconsiderate. 2. Avoid taking taxis everywhere. Stockholm has a well-connected and efficient public transportation system, including buses, trams, ferries, and the Tunnelbana or subway. Taxis are expensive and often unnecessary, unless you're traveling with heavy luggage or late at night when other options are limited. Instead, use the SL card, which allows unlimited travel within a specified time. Also, consider walking. Stockholm is a walkable city, with many attractions close to one another. 3. Don't expect cash to be widely accepted. Stockholm, and Sweden in general, is mostly cashless. Many businesses, from large stores to small cafes, only accept card payments, and some places don't handle cash at all. Be sure to have a credit or debit card that works internationally, and ideally one with contactless payment for ease. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash, as it may not be useful in most places. Don't ignore pedestrian signals. Jaywalking is frowned upon in Stockholm. Swedes generally respect traffic signals and only cross streets when the pedestrian light is green, even if there are no cars in sight. Stick to designated crosswalks and wait for the signal to change, as crossing on a red light may attract annoyed looks or even a small fine in some situations. Avoid loud conversations and disturbing others in public spaces. Swedes value personal space and quiet in public. Speaking loudly on public transportation, in cafes, or while walking can be seen as disruptive and rude. On the subway, buses, or in public spaces, keep conversations at a moderate volume. Additionally, Swedes often prefer not to engage in small talk with strangers, so avoid chatting with people you don't know unless it's necessary or in a social setting. Don't skip reservations for popular restaurants. In Stockholm, many popular restaurants fill up quickly, especially on weekends. Swedes tend to plan and make reservations in advance, so don't assume you can just walk in. Book a table ahead of time if you're interested in dining at a specific restaurant. Avoiding this can lead to long waits or even missing out on trying some of Stockholm's best spots. Avoid visiting Stockholm only in winter if you don't like cold and darkness. While Stockholm has a magical winter vibe with cozy cafes and festive lights, winter days are very short and the weather can be cold, wet, and windy. Daylight lasts for only a few hours in December and January, and outdoor activities may be limited. If you prefer warmer weather and more daylight, aim to visit Stockholm in late spring or summer. However, if you enjoy winter charm, the holiday season can be very atmospheric, but come prepared for low temperatures and early sunsets. Don't miss taking off shoes indoors. It's customary in Sweden to take off your shoes when entering someone's home. Swedes keep their homes very clean, and removing shoes helps prevent dirt from getting indoors. If you're visiting someone, look for a spot near the entrance to leave your shoes and avoid walking indoors with them on. Even in Airbnb rentals, it's polite to follow this practice unless the host says otherwise. Avoid buying alcohol from regular stores. In Sweden, you can only purchase stronger alcohol from Systembolaget, a government-run liquor store. Regular supermarkets and convenience stores only sell low-alcohol beer up to 3.5% ABV. Systembolaget stores are typically open during limited hours, closing early on Saturdays and closed on Sundays. Be sure to check the opening times if you plan to buy wine, spirits, or strong beer. Drinking in public spaces such as parks or streets is also discouraged and can be fined in some areas. Avoid comparing Sweden to other Scandinavian countries. Sweden shares some cultural traits with its Nordic neighbours, but each country has its own identity, traditions and values. Avoid saying that all Nordic countries are the same or comparing Sweden to Denmark or Norway too often. Swedes have a sense of national pride, and while friendly discussions are welcome, constant comparisons can come off as insensitive. Don't overlook recycling rules and environmental etiquette. Swedes are environmentally conscious and recycling is taken seriously. Most public places, including hotels, have separate bins for sorting waste. Follow any instructions provided for recycling and avoid littering. Plastic bags in stores often have a fee, so it's a good idea to bring your own bag or backpack for shopping. Additionally, Sweden has allemansrätten, or the right of public access, which allows you to enjoy nature responsibly. While you can explore nature freely, always pick up after yourself and respect the environment. Don't stand on the left side of escalators. In Stockholm, as in many European cities, it's customary to stand on the right side of escalators to allow people in a hurry to walk on the left. Blocking the left side can frustrate locals who may be in a rush, especially during busy commuting hours. Remember this simple rule when using escalators in train stations, shopping centres and other public places. 13. Avoid visiting only Gamla Stan. While Gamla Stan, Stockholm's old town, is stunning, Stockholm has many neighbourhoods worth exploring. Östermalm offers upscale shopping and dining. Södermalm has a bohemian vibe with art galleries and cafes. And Djurgården is a beautiful island with parks and museums. Take time to explore areas outside the tourist-heavy Gamla Stan to get a more well-rounded experience of the city. 14. Avoid over-relying on English without trying any Swedish. While most Swedes speak excellent English, learning a few basic Swedish phrases is a respectful gesture and can be appreciated by locals. Simple phrases like hedge, hello, tack, thank you, and ursäkta, excuse me, go a long way in showing respect for the local culture. Avoid assuming everyone will understand English, especially in smaller towns or local spots. 15. Don't expect a tipping culture similar to other countries. In Sweden, tipping is not as customary as in other countries. Service charges are often included in restaurant bills, so it's not expected to tip. However, leaving a small tip, around 5 to 10%, is appreciated for excellent service. Avoid tipping large amounts as it's unnecessary and could be seen as excessive. For casual meals or in cafes, rounding up the bill is sufficient. 16. Avoid littering and disrespecting public spaces. Sweden is known for its clean and well-maintained cities. It's important to use trash bins and avoid littering, even cigarette butts, as keeping public spaces clean is highly valued. Respect Stockholm's green spaces, avoid leaving trash behind and recycle whenever possible. 17. Don't assume Stockholm is cheap. Stockholm is one of the more expensive European cities. Dining out, accommodation and some activities can add up quickly. Avoid surprises by budgeting for daily expenses and looking for free activities like visiting parks, walking tours, and exploring the city's stunning natural areas. 18. Avoid thinking the city shuts down in winter. Although daylight hours are short, Stockholm remains vibrant and active in winter. Locals embrace the cold with activities like ice skating, outdoor markets, and cozy cafes known as fika spots. Don't avoid outdoor activities due to the cold. Instead, dress warmly and enjoy winter activities and the festive atmosphere. By keeping these tips in mind, you'll enjoy a respectful, immersive, and memorable experience in Stockholm.